this afternoon that New Orleans has had to use because the play clock was winding down. So I know that Sean Payton can't be happy with the communication in and out to get set at the line of scrimmage.
Of course, if the Saints score a touchdown, they're trying to kick the extra point. Still a one-score game, but you would need a two-point conversion. Saints punted on their first 4 possessions. Touchdowns on their last 3 drives, and that botched connection on the extra point attempt is the difference. 3rd down and 5. Breeze in trouble. Down he goes. Carlos Dansby with the sack back at the 39-yard line.
And that may have taken them out of field goal range, Kenny, and Drew Brees immediately went to Pierre Thomas. So something went on there. Carlos Dansby's going to come right here from the center.
That's right up the middle. I mean, the guard has got to identify that linebacker coming. And the center, bad communication.
I think because he went to Pierre Thomas, though, Tony, I think it's the running back's responsibility. It's shotgun. He has the ability to cross formation and pick that up, and he released, and that was the first guy Drew Brees went to after the sack.
So a huge sack would have been a 56-yard attempt, so the Saints punt. And the kick takes a Saints bounce, stays out of the end zone. But the Browns keep the Saints off the scoreboard. A huge sack by Dansby. Brees talking about it with Thomas.
Today's game is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's, never stop improving.
1-point lead for the Saints. Since returning in 1999, the Browns have gone just 1-14 in their home opener. Their only win came over the Ravens back in 2004. Their last win of any kind also came over the Ravens last November. Hoyer on first down fires downfield, and the pass is behind the intended receiver, Andrew Hawkins.
Got a little bit of pressure coming to your face. I don't know if that's an adjustment by the receiver because he had 2 defenders running stride for stride with him, and it looked like Brian Hoyer might have expected him to shut that route down and run more of a deep comeback than to continue going down the field. I like the aggressive play call, but what are you going to do on 2nd and 10 here backed up? That's the risky run when you're aggressive in your own end.
From the 4-yard line, Austin in motion. The handoff to West. There is a flag. That's on Kenny Vaccaro.
I tell you, the Saints figured out something there because all their defenders walked up right exactly where the Browns were trying to run that football. So they had something early in the game.
Same thing you saw, Darryl.
Yeah.
Out to the 13-yard line. It is West.
Obviously, Sean Payton and Rob Ryan not on the same page here at the end of the game.
Third down and 1. Barnett shifting. Hoyer from the shotgun. Quick release, and the catch is made for a first down by Austin as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. So a new set of downs for the Browns following this chat on the sideline.
Not something you want to see as the game's winding down and it's only 1 possession.
Two minutes remaining in Cleveland. Browns with all 3 of their timeouts. They trail by 1. First and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Empty backfield. West lines up in the slot. Hoyer on first down throws, and it's incomplete in the vicinity of Miles Austin. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer expecting him to come a little bit further, get into that window, and Miles Austin shut it down a little bit short. He's got to clear that last underneath defender and settle into that soft spot. That could have been disastrous.
Three receivers, all split to the right. Hoyer, quick release on 2nd down. It's Gabriel. Taylor Gabriel out to the 24, gain of 7.
Second time we've seen that motion used in this offense to grab the defense's attention and then right back to where it came from on a little quick screen.
3rd down and 3. Hoyer throws, and the catch is made, and Austin nearly broke free.
Well, you heard the groan from the crowd. If Miles Austin breaks that tackle, there was not another Saint defender within 18, 20 yards.
Another big reception on 3rd down by Austin. And now it is Gabriel again. Gabriel out to the 34 with 1:08 remaining. The Browns use their first timeout. Cleveland on the move, trailing by 1. Saints lead by 1. It was the Browns by 6 at the half. 3rd quarter, Jimmy Graham with a 2nd touchdown reception of the game. Put the Saints on top, and then Terrence West, 9-yard touchdown run. Browns by 6. Then the culmination of a 13-play, 80-yard drive. It's Mark Ingram into the end zone, and that is where we stand. A 1-point differential. Browns with that botched extra point attempt earlier back in the 2nd quarter. There's Billy Cundiff. Will he have an opportunity? Second and 10 from the 34. Hoyer being chased. Down he goes. Back at the 32-yard line, it's Junior Galette.
Wow, it's one of the things that we've been waiting to see from this New Orleans Saints front. Only 1 sack, 1 hurry last week against Atlanta. That first one today.
3rd down and 12. Gabriel to the 37. And now the Browns use their 2nd timeout. 38 seconds remaining as the Browns now face 4th down by 1.
Yeah, but we've kind of sensed this the entire time we've been here this weekend, Kenny. This is not your same old Browns, and Mike Pettine wanted to get that across to us. That we're not rebuilding, we're building. And, you know, it may not make sense to you, but when you're around this team, you start to understand what he's saying. They're not scrapping everything. They had good players here. You've got several Pro Bowlers that are on this roster, and he felt that he just needed to kind of change the belief in the players. And he's kind of coming through more from that direction, and I think that's where you're starting to see that. Their second half performance last week, their performance here the entire afternoon.
But they must convert here. 4th down and 7. Browns must get to the 44-yard line. Hoyer throws, and it is Barnidge who makes the catch for a Cleveland first down. Browns have 1 timeout remaining, down to 23 seconds as they try to get it to field goal range for Cundiff. Hoyer throws to the 37-yard line, and it's rolled to completion to Austin. That is the initial ruling. See if the officials put some time back on the clock. It is ruled a completion at the 39-yard line. What do you think?
Everything that we have with the catch, yeah, I agree, Tony. You know, he's got possession of the ball. He's established himself in bounds and secured it through the process of the catch.
The ruling on the field is a catch, and the player went out of bounds.
So now with 8 seconds remaining, they have not adjusted the clock as of yet. That is what
The previous play is under review.
The Browns would like a clock adjustment. Line of scrimmage, the 39-yard line. And now that last play is under review. One-point game, late fourth quarter. The last play is under review. We'll bring in Mike Pereira. Mike, what do you think?
Well, I tell you, they ruled it a catch, and I think it is a catch. Don't think he went out of bounds first. He's going to come back in, and I think the shin and probably the rearmost part of the body, that favorite body part of mine, hits first
The ruling on the
in
field
bounds. So
stands.
I think it stays.
The runner did get out of bounds. It'll be
Ruling
first
on the
down
field stands.
with 8 seconds. The
Says
ball-
Craig
the clock is
Wallstedt.
set on the snap.
Clock at 8 seconds. Browns have one timeout. So, Mike, you think they got it right?
Yes, they did, and if they didn't reverse it, they can't make any adjustment with the clock, so they handled this correctly.
Operator, please put 15 seconds on the clock.
Whoa, let me see this.
So, Mike, they added 7 seconds. So now 15 seconds remaining. First and 10 from the 39, and that pass gets batted back. Down to 13 seconds. So, Mike, they did add time onto the clock following the review.
Because of the fact that the official ruled him out of bounds initially, so they corrected that on the field.
Right.
It appears that the clock kept running.
So now 13 seconds. Thanks, Mike. Second and 10. Browns have one timeout. Hoyer lobs one up. There is a flag as the catch is made by Hawkins. Hawkins was wide open, but a penalty marker was thrown prior to the catch.
Looked like it could be a hold on the defense in the middle of the field.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 21. Reach the climb. The result of the play is a first down.
I tell you, what a horrible time for the Saints defense to blow an assignment right there. Andrew Hawkins wide open beyond everybody. He's going to come out of the point of the slot, the tip of the slot. They drop him all the way. Completely dropped in coverage by the Saints coming out of that bunch look.
And Patrick Robertson right in the middle of the defense there went and hooked him, and that's what they call the hold on.
So here's Billy Cundiff with the Browns trailing by 1. 6 seconds remaining. Browns had a botched execution on the snap and hold on an extra point attempt earlier. Ball will be placed out at the 19, so this will be a 29-yard attempt. Cundiff has never missed from under 30 yards. He's 63 of 63. To give the Browns the lead from the right hash, the kick is good. Mike Pettine, rookie head coach. His team has taken a 2-point lead with 3 seconds remaining. A drive, Darrell, that started on the Cleveland 4-yard line.
I cannot tell you how impressive this is. The maturity of Brian Hoyer in that situation. Never panicking. Great job by Kyle Shanahan with the play calling. And a testament to this group. You showed the graphic before they started that drive. They've only won one home opener here since they returned in 1999. In that situation, the expectations that they're going to take the ball down the field and have a field goal opportunity to win the game is a testament to that gentleman right there, because he really is starting to change the way this team believes in itself. We recognized it when we were here this weekend when we sat down and talked to him, and that is the greatest example that they could show to us, to the people here in the stadium, and everybody watching on TV. This is not the Cleveland Browns that you're used to seeing over the last 14 years.
Mike Pettine, a high school head coach as recently as 2001. There's Sean Payton. He has not started 0-2 in a season since 2007.
And let the talk begin about how difficult it is to get into the playoffs at 0-2. This New Orleans Saints team is good enough to overcome that. They've struggled in their first 2 games, getting beat by a divisional opponent in a shootout and hitting a team that has a lot of emotion on their side here in this home opener for them.
The clock has hit 0. And a tackle is made. Ball comes loose. No flags. The ball game is over. Brian Hoyer, the Cleveland native, now 4-1 as the starting quarterback for his hometown Browns. Mike Pettine wins his first game as Browns head coach after the loss to the Steelers last Sunday. First win in a home opener for Cleveland since 2004.
Well, hang on, Browns fans. If the first 2 weeks are any indication, you're in for an exciting season. Everything's going to come down to the last plays of the game. And Drew Brees, you've got to get back and get your guys together, get everybody refocused. At 0-2, you're talented enough to get back into the playoff mix. You were one of the preseason favorites to challenge Seattle this year in the NFC, and look at that. That is fantastic right there to see that.
So Brian Hoyer, Johnny Manziel, who came onto the field, was involved in 3 plays. Cleveland Browns win it by 2. Back in a moment. Browns over the Saints, 26-24. Let's take a look at the Domino's stat tracker. Brian Hoyer, 24-40, 240 yards. Terrence West, first NFL touchdown, and Jimmy Graham matches his career best with 10 receptions and 2 touchdowns for the Saints.
The big thing here, though, the Cleveland Browns getting off that jinx that they've had, really struggled in their home openers. The New Orleans Saints, you're 0-2. You got to get back, get to work, and not give up on this season.
So a huge win for the Browns, their first in a home opener in 10 years. For Daryl Johnston, Tony Siragusa, and our entire crew, this is Kenny Albert saying so long from Cleveland. Browns by 2 over the Saints.